All right, Shalom. Call all y'all about Shin Show for giving me the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding. To understand what's really going on and see all this stuff. And Shalom to all the other teachers and apostles too. Shalom to the elect. Now, this is a topic about this RFID chip and this one world currency. I just happened to see the guy on Dabu 77 video. He was posting about this one world currency stuff. And he left a link on there so you can actually read into the article now. You get a chance to check out. Let's see. All right, I ain't gonna post a link on there. I just do it like that so you can actually just go to it at zerohedge.com. But this was released Saturday. It said this year the world commemorates the anniversary of two key events in the development of the global monetary system. The first is the creation of the International Monetary Fund at the Bretton Woods Conference 75 years ago. The second is the advent 50 years ago of the special drawing right, SDR, the IMF's global reserve asset. Now, I ain't gonna read all of it. I'm just gonna get to some key points and then pull out the scripture. I'm sure a lot of Akim may be familiar with, and the ones that's not, you'll hear it. What it says on this picture says, get ready for a world currency. Now, you have people who be like, the RFID chip, that ain't the mark of the beast. It's talking about an embargo. It's talking about the image, worshiping the image, and all type of nonsense people come up with. When in reality, it is the RFID chip. They're just trying to get it to the point where people going to be more willing to accept it. Because once the dollar collapses, when people realize all that goddamn fiat money ain't really worth too much, then they're going to be scrambling around like, damn, people going to be rioting. That's why they got these FEMA camps set up. A lot of people going to be rioting, stealing food, looting people's houses, killing each other. Some people ain't going to be able to have food like that, so they're going to be eating each other, like the scripture said. And better yet, I'm going to get into that now that I'm talking about it. After I read this in the book of Revelation, so, I'm going to read some more of this real quick first. Let me see what I'm going to start at. Start right here. Okay, but yeah, I'm just reading right here. It says, when it introduced the SDR, the fund hoped to make it the principal reserve asset in the international monetary system. This remains an unfulfilled ambition. Indeed, the SDR is one of the most underused instruments of the international cooperation. Nonetheless, better late than never. Because these devils, they've been wanting to do this shit. They actually, so-called behind time. But prophetically speaking, they right on time. Because Most High been orchestrating all this behind the scenes. So they really think it's them trying to push this one world order. When the Most High got Satan coming down here to counseling with them and got their ass in the trick bag thinking they finna do some stuff. So, it says turning the SDR into a true global currency will yield several benefits for the world's economy and monetary system. Yeah, right. It says the idea of a global currency is not new. Prior to the Bretton Woods negotiations, John Maynard Keynes suggested that Bancor as a unit of account of his proposed international clearing union in the 1960s. So, like I said, these devils, they've been wanting to do this stuff. They already had the idea out. They're trying to manufacture what they was going to use and all this stuff. Now the chip is actually out. And people getting it, it's just going to be made mandatory. It says, under the leadership of the Belgian-American economist Robert Triefin, other proposals emerged to address the growing problems created by the dual dollar gold system that had been established at Bretton Woods. The system finally collapsed in 1971. As a result of those discussions, the IMF approved the SDR in 1967. It says included it in its articles of agreement 2 years later. See what else I'm going to read that. Like I said, I don't want to read too much of this shit. But just want to show that that's what these devils are scheming up. Hey, and people ain't going to be chasing that bag. They're going to be chasing that chip. It's going to be like that, man. Because they're going to make it so sweet to where people just going to be all the way with the shit. They might have money already loaded up on there. Like, look, with this chip, you could have a month or two rent paid. You go to the store and get your groceries. Yeah, this amount of money to get gas or whatever scenario may be. These devils, they're going to make it so people feel like they actually need the chip. Now, I'm going to read the book of Revelations. It's in chapter 13, verse 16. It says, "And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, what is the number of a man, and his number is 636." Now, with all this happening, let me pull it up real quick. This is gonna cause a lot of people to bug out, because a lot of our people, man, you Israelites, you think this shit a damn game. Like, oh, this ain't gonna happen in our lifetime. I've been around a lot of older people and they be like, oh, well, they was talking about the Lord coming before our time. All this other little silly shit they like to say. No, that ain't gonna happen in our lifetime. Maybe in your great grandkids' lifetime. Bunch of silly shit, man. And you clearly see all the prophecies unfolding right now. You know, let me pull this up. Let's see what Bible verse it is. Okay, Leviticus 26 and 29. If this gonna happen, man. This happened before. I'm gonna pull these two scriptures right here. I just had to search it real quick because I ain't gonna make it too long. I already got it marked in my book. And when you read the book of Leviticus, it's talking about the law. Read up to the chapter says promise of blessings. But actually, chapter 26, it says blessings and retribution. Now you go. I'm gonna start at this. I'm gonna start at this verse just for edification. It says, "And if you would not for all of this hearken unto me, but walk contrary unto me," and this is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua speaking. It says, "Then I will walk contrary unto you, also in fury, and I, even I, will chastise you 7 times for your sins." And it says, "And you shall eat the flesh of your sons, and the flesh of your daughters shall you eat. And I will destroy your high places, and cut down your images, and cast your carcasses upon the carcasses of your idols. And my soul shall abhor you." Now the Lord was warning our people, man. Don't go off, just follow him. Follow the commandments that was laid out, and follow the commandments that was meant to be followed. And ultimately, all this stuff happened for our learning sake anyway. But our people still had chances to do stuff, and they always want to go serve these idols, serve these other deities, be sneaky, try to be slick. Like the Most High wasn't seeing all of it. Well, he's seen all that different stuff. Now I'm gonna go to 2 Kings. Chapter 6, verse 29. There's most scriptures on this too. So it's gonna get to that point. And I seen it, man. I see the look in people's eyes when it comes to that food shit. A lot of people don't fast. They don't go on no water fast, no food fast. So you let a person go 3-4 days, no food, no water. Man, they eating somebody's ass. Now, 2 Kings. Let's see. Chapter 6, verse 29. I'm going to start at verse 25. It says, "And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they seized it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cab of a dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver." And when you look at the calculation of that, that's $640 in today's currency. So they was eating shit, man. That's how serious it got. And that's more than likely that's what's going on in Venezuela right now. Cause you got a lot of them stores at the power out. They ain't got no backup generators. You got food getting spoiled, food getting old, stuff in the freezer thawing out. And this power been out for like 3-4 weeks, maybe 5 if I ain't mistaken. I have to look back into it. Um, you have morgues and stuff like that. The bodies in there that they normally keep refrigerated, they start decaying. Viruses get out, all type of shit. Now you read down some more. It says in verse 26, and as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, "Help, my lord, O king." He said, "If the Lord do not help thee, when shall I help thee?" It says, "Out of the barn floor, or out of the winepress." And the king said unto her, "What aileth thee?" And she answered, "This woman said unto me, Give thy son that we may eat him today." And see, pastors don't go into these scriptures right here. These some gory scriptures, but it's in here, and that's what really happened, and it's gonna happen again. It says, "And we will eat my son tomorrow." So we boiled my son. And a lot of you ain't gonna women with these babies and these little kids and shit. Y'all gonna be putting your damn little kid on a damn in a pot and eating their ass. and this is wild, man. But hey, this gonna be happening like that. It says, "So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, Give thy son that we may hold on, let me go back up. That we may eat him." And she had hid her son. So hey, that's gonna be going on. It says, "And it came to pass when the king heard the words of the woman, that he rent his clothes, and he passed by upon the wall, and the people looked and beheld he had sackcloth within upon his flesh. Then he said, Yahweh, do so and more also for me, that the head of Elisha, the son of Shaphat, shall stand on him this day." But Elisha sat in his house, and the elder sat with him. And the king sent a man from before him. But there the messenger came to him. He said to the elders, "See ye how the son of a murderer hath sent to take away my head? Look, when the messenger come and shut the door and hold him fast at the door, is not the sound of his master's feet behind him? And while he yet talked with them, behold, the messenger came down unto him. And he said, Behold, this evil is of the Lord Yahweh. What shall I wait for the Lord any longer?" Like, why? Basically, that's what he was saying. Because, hey, even though that's going to be happening, the Most High going to be putting a spirit on people to do that. Shows like The Walking Dead and, what's another show they got out? It's another zombie show they got out. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I know The Walking Dead is definitely one of them. They made them shows for a reason, man. Because when shit hit the fan and people can't access no food like that, hey, they're going to be bugging out. And then you have people might hear this and be like, "Oh, what you going to do?" Well, hey, let me put another scripture in. And it's going to be like this, too. That's why a lot of women gonna cleave to one man too, because the scriptures say men should travail like women in that time, and that's why they're gonna be like that. You're gonna see niggas literally out here travailing like a woman, giving birth. All these so-called tough niggas. Yeah, and that real pressure hit, man. Hey, that pressure show who you really are. You see, when I was young, I used to always wonder. This is just a little testimony. I used to always wonder, like, why I was always under so much pressure, man. I just felt like, damn, like, why the fuck I gotta go through all this shit? Hey, the Lord was just building me up. And any other Akim to go through certain stuff like that, the Lord building you up too, so you'll be able to stand bold and stand firm in these times that's coming, because you gotta be pressured to be made great and made stern, wise, have experience. And, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 64, verse 13, it says, Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of the heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. So, hey, niggas gonna be howling out here, and these niggas gonna be like that. Just imagine how these chicks gonna be. They be all proud, I don't need no man and all that shit. Hey, you wait till the fucking lights go out in Babylon, man. It's fucking pitch black outside, and you're hearing noises and shit. Apparitions popping up. All that stuff gonna be happening again. Animals popping up out of nowhere. Because they, once the lights go out, a lot of certain animals, that's when they come out. Like big ass raccoons and possums and shit, armadillos. More spirits get stirred up when it's dark. So hey, it's gonna be some serious shit popping out, man. Best thing you can do is get yourself right. Try to get on the good side of your Yahweh and your Yahweh. That's them gonna be the only ones gonna be able to save people. Now you're gonna put the spirit on certain people to do certain things, but ultimately it's your Yahweh Hashem Yahweh doing that. So I just want to bring this out and talk about this with this ship and what's gonna be happening. Hey, and like I said, that stuff that happened in Venezuela, it's coming here. They just doing a test run right now to see how people react to it. So call all Yahweh Hashem Yahweh and Shalom.